What's up, everybody? My name is Anand from Underdog Strength, and today I want to talk to you about one of the biggest weight loss mistakes that people make. There are a lot of mistakes that people make when losing weight, but one of the biggest weight loss mistakes that people make is they do not practice moderation. The question for today is, why is it that the obesity rates in the United States is higher than ever? According to the CDC, over one-third of the adults in the United States are obese, and the percentage is about 38% of the population. So why is it that this number is so high? Is it because people don't want to lose weight? Is it because people don't know how to lose weight? Is it because people are lazy? Actually, it's none of those. In some cases, it's actually the opposite. People take such extreme measures to lose weight that these measures are not sustainable in the long term. And the thing is, it's not that people cannot lose weight, the thing is, people cannot keep the weight off. I'm pretty sure you know that people like to set New Year's resolutions, and consistently throughout the years, the number one New Year's resolution has been to lose weight. In fact, according to a recent survey done by Nielsen, about 32% of the people had their New Year's resolution as that they wanted to lose weight. This is about the same percentage of people that are obese in the United States. So it seems like most of the people who are overweight or obese, they do want to get into better shape, but they are not able to do so. Depending on which study you look at, it is estimated that about 90 to 95% of the people who lose a significant amount of weight gain it all back within 5 years. According to a study done by the Department of Psychology at UCLA, they found that about one-third to two-thirds of the people who lose weight actually gain back even more weight than the weight that they started at. I have experienced this for myself. I would take really extreme approaches to losing weight, I would get results, and then I would actually shoot back and gain back even more weight than when I started from. This is commonly known as body fat overshooting. The problem with this is when you lose weight, your metabolic rate is suppressed a little bit. But then when you gain back all the weight really rapidly, it does not allow enough time for your metabolism to catch up. And as a result, you just end up being fatter and fatter while your metabolic rate keeps on getting suppressed over time. And this makes it much harder to keep losing weight in the long term. Some people even like to call this yo-yo dieting, where they lose weight and then they gain back the weight, and they keep on gaining and losing the same 10 pounds or 20 pounds over and over again, and they keep setting the same New Year's resolutions over and over again. I believe it was Albert Einstein who said, insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. So when people set these New Year's resolutions, typically what kind of resolutions do they set when it comes to weight loss? These resolutions could be something like, from this date, from January 1st, I'm never going to eat junk food again. Or from January 1st, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. every single day and I'm going to go for a run. You have to understand that the way our bodies look depends on our habits over time, because if you've gained weight, the weight that you've gained did not come on in a single day. It's because of the habits that you had for a long time that you accumulated the body weight or body fat in the first place. And in order to change that, it's gonna take a long time. When you go from living a certain lifestyle to something that is completely opposite of that, it may work in the beginning, but over time, your willpower, which is like your fuel, is gonna run out. On top of that, we as humans, the way our psychology works is we crave what we cannot have. If you're really fond of eating chocolate, and if I told you that you can never have chocolate ever again, then what's the first thing that you're craving right now? It's probably chocolate. There was a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition where they took kids ranging from ages 4 to 6 years old. These kids had no history of dieting, and after they were given their regular lunches, They were given an option to eat 1 to 10 items which would be considered as junk food. Keep in mind that they'd already eaten their lunches, so it's not that they were hungry. What they found was the parents of those kids that restricted them from eating junk food actually ended up eating a lot more calories of junk food when they were given these foods to choose from. And the kids that had no real restrictions, they ended up eating less calories. So psychologically, when you create scarcity, you actually crave those things more. So if you're used to eating junk food every single day, instead of taking an extreme approach, such as I'm not never gonna eat junk food again, maybe you can use a moderate approach where you cut down on your intake. Maybe eat it once a week. Pretty sure most people would be able to follow this in the short term and the long term. And instead of following a fad diet that is extremely different from what you're used to, go for something that is more based on your likes, your preferences, and your current lifestyle. Even if one of these fad diets is somehow scientifically proven to be the best diet in the world, the problem is if you cannot follow that diet, it is not the best diet for you. Adherence to your diet, that is, if you can stick to that diet, is the most important factor when it comes to selecting the best diet for you. Because the problem is, you can be on your diet for a short time, but what happens when the diet breaks? Let's say you decide never to eat ice cream again, and then there's a social situation that comes up, or you may have a little bit of ice cream and you completely screw up your diet by eating the whole pint of ice cream because you haven't had it in a really long time. But if you were practicing moderation, where you would eat maybe ice cream once a week, or maybe you can have a little bit of ice cream every day, you don't have to have the whole pint of ice cream. You will not get those cravings in the first place, and you will not feel the need to cheat on your diet. Many trainers and fitness professionals actually promote this idea of having cheat meals or cheat days. Not only is this detrimental for your progress, because people eat way too many calories in their cheat meals and cheat days to actually sabotage their progress, but this has even worse effects psychologically. This promotes binge eating, which is an eating disorder by itself. So, if you want to make a big change in your life, I highly suggest that you take more of a moderate approach. See where you are right now and make a small change. Instead of getting ahead of yourself, try to take the next step. Once you make a small change and you form good habits around the changes that you make, then you can think about the next step. So if you want to take your results to the next level after that, you can make another small change instead of taking an extreme approach. Practicing moderation is one of the best ways to get long term results. So please, I highly encourage you to not make this mistake that most people make when losing weight. This is one of the top weight loss mistakes made by people, including myself. I've actually put together a free ebook which goes over the top 10 weight loss mistakes that people make and how to avoid them. You can click on the link in the description below to download your free copy of the ebook. If you can avoid these top 10 mistakes, you can achieve some really good results. When I talk about results, I'm talking about long term results, not something like a 12-week transformation. I'm talking about years of results. By avoiding a lot of these mistakes, I personally was able to lose over 125 pounds and I've kept the weight off for over 5 years. So, again, the link is in the description below. I hope you check it out and feel free to share the link with your friends. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more great content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.